Toothpaste, toothbrush in your mouth now. What?
Matter. You gotta be mad at me like you mean it.
Eloise, you brush those teeth. Don't make me come in here and have to say it twice.
Nice.
This is Eloise. She's my granddaughter. What are you doing?
I'm gonna make pancakes. Set the table, please.
My wife and I raised her after my daughter died.
Bye, Papa.
Then life threw us a curve, and now her grandmother's gone too. The love of my life.
Do you really plan on raising this girl all by yourself?
This is every day?
Yep.
What I actually enjoyed about this film is when you watch it, there's actually really no villain or really no bad guy or good guy in this film because it kind of shows how everyone's flawed. I mean, was that one of the...
Well, because people's points of view are important, and Mike has found a way to express it. So when you hear one person talking, you think, ah, that's right. That's right, they're wrong. And then you hear that person talking, you go, you know, I think they're right. You know, the movie is very smart, and it's very even about that. It's quite funny, you know, it's very poignant, obviously, but it just takes an honest look at people, and people are flawed. And this movie just is a kind of a movie miracle, I think, you know, when you're able to see the moments that we're living in right now, and this movie is able to capture that. That's why Black or White became important to me.
And working with Kevin, I mean, you guys actually had some great scenes. I mean, in the court scenes, you guys wanted to kill each other, but you guys also made it funny as well, because there was a lightness to it as well. I mean, how was it working opposite Kevin and trying to get mad at each other here and there, you know, and then give him a kiss at the end?
Well, here's the thing. I am probably well, I can't say that I'm probably the biggest Kevin Costner fan. I'm a huge Costner fan. I've seen everything he's ever done, and I wanted to play opposite him. And then the fact that I got to, and he's such a generous, fun, hardworking. I mean, everything you want in a scene partner, you got times 10 with him. So that was wonderful. Mike Binder wrote this really balanced script with the humor and the pathos. And I think we both kind of came to it with the same perspective, and that was, let's have fun and let's see where it goes, and it was great.
The last person I need around me right now is Grandma Wee Wee.
Miss Miller, that's right. You got a plan for Eloise in light of all this?
You tied it like a tennis shoe.
It's got a whole lot of family down with me.
Well, you can always come for a swim. Oh, Lord.
Hey, guys! Hey, baby.
I'm thinking we need to start talking about shared custody.
Not gonna happen.
She has a father.
You live in a blind spot when it comes to your son. He's a junkie.
And you're a drunk!
Okay, thank you.
Run on home, fill your bathtub with whiskey, and just soak in it. Have yourself an old drunk man's bubble bath.
Got it.
Good.
Sometimes when somebody tells, well, I'm going to make a story about this, I'm thinking, I don't know. I don't know how you could possibly do that. Dead guys coming out of the corn, I'm not sure how that's going to really work. You know, a guy heading out onto the frontier, and he's going to, you know, I mean, sometimes when you hear a story, I don't know how it can be a movie. And when you talk about this delicate subject of racism and why we're having difficulty talking about it, it's like, well, I'd like to make a movie about that. And if you know anything about movies, you go, how are you going to do that? And then a writer sits down and does it. And when they do it really well, it is a miracle.
I think when you talk about race, you know, there's always one side that's the enforcer and one side that's the enforcee, but no one actually listens. I feel like with this movie that's so important, both sides get to talk and both sides listen. You get to hear the white perspective, you get to hear the black perspective, and you get to form your own opinion, and you realize that it's this little girl. No one's fighting because they're right or they're wrong. They're fighting for the future of this little girl. And that's the way it should be.
I think that if people just set aside their differences and realize that the person across from you is a thinking, breathing person who has value, who has worth. He's somebody's son, he's somebody's, you know, husband, daughter. We won't be in the situation that we're in. I hope that this movie can somehow be a balm and a jumping off point. I really do.
This isn't about black and white.
I love you, Mama.
This is about Eloise.
Oh, this skinny one right here. Is it supposed to be me?
No.
It's not my favorite.